Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Great group. My name is Michael Laskin, and I am an actor. It kind of sounds like the beginning of a 12-step meeting. I apologize for that. Let's go take two. My name is Michael Laskin. I've been a professional actor since 1975. Oh, please. I've survived. It's a very, very long time ago. There have been a lot of changes in our world, in information technology, in medicine, and a lot has happened since 1975 that we can't even go into today. But I'm going to stop for just a second. You've already decided about me. You've already figured me out. You already have 2 or 3 strong descriptors about me that you could say just like that. Blink of an eye stuff. Hold on to that. We're going to get back to that in a minute. So I've been doing this for a very long time, as I said, and there we go. It's been a very, very interesting journey, to say the least. About 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, I had some signposts in my life to teach. I was getting offers to teach. They were saying, you know so much. You'd be a great teacher. And I would say, you must be talking about a different Michael Laskin. I don't think you're talking about me. Because not only do I not want to teach, I have a healthy disdain for acting classes entirely. But that being said, I decided if I was going to teach, I would try to do it in my own way. And the reason I have a healthy disdain for acting classes is that it's very difficult to teach this sort of thing. So acting classes that I've experienced generally have some sort of a guru, some sort of a guy or a woman who you have to please. The class then becomes about pleasing the guru and less about the growth of the artist, of the actor. They're often slavishly devoted to some methodology that I don't necessarily ascribe to, the one-size-fits-all thing. So in order to give you a little bit of background about this, in the 1930s, I'll make this very quick, there was an explosion in the New York theater called the group theater. The group theater, if you want to read about it, there's a wonderful book called The Fervent Years by Harold Clurman, but the group theater changed American acting, it changed the teaching of acting, it changed the theater, and it changed motion pictures. The people who came out of the group theater, this petri dish of creativity, which was about psychological reality and realism, were Lee Strasberg, who founded the Actors Studio, Stella Adler, Sanford Meisner, Elia Kazan, Clifford Odets, and on and on and on. And those people who went on to teach acting quite successfully, Lee Strasberg, Sanford Meisner, and Stella Adler in particular, they're up on the Mount Rushmore of acting teachers. And they deserve to be up on the Mount Rushmore of acting teachers because they did really interesting, seminal, important work. By the way, if you go to South Dakota, it's about a half mile past the regular Mount Rushmore. It's small, but it's there. You could miss it. The Mount Rushmore of acting teachers. So most people are devotees of one of those schools of thought, and I wasn't at all. I'm agnostic about that stuff. I am. I just don't think it's... So if I was going to explore teaching, and if I was going to put my name on it, which is a big thing for me, if I want to put my name on it and declare that it's mine, I had to have something original to say, and that's very difficult. Because unlike all these other things that have changed since 1975, acting training has not changed. It is exactly the same. All these wonderful, incredible ideas that these giants put forward are wonderful, incredible ideas that are 75 years old. And they're less relevant today. Acting has changed, audiences have changed, delivery systems for actors have changed. Oh, I got a text. And so if I'm going to put my name on it, I wanted to explore it completely. So I wanted to wipe the slate clean and pretend I had never seen anything like this. So I decided I was a space alien. I came down to Earth. I'd never seen an actor. I'd never seen a play. I'd never seen a movie. By the way, I was a Jewish space alien. I like being very specific in my work. So I was this Jewish space alien who had never seen any of these things. And I want to look at it and think, what is it that they're doing? He's pretending to be somebody else. That's interesting. And they seem to be enjoying it. And he seems to be enjoying it. What is it? What is it? What is the original impulse to do this? Now, many of you are parents. I'm a parent of 2 sons in their 20s, or you're an aunt and uncle, or you're a babysitter. You've been around the 3, 4, and 5-year-old child. The 3, 4, and 5-year-old child doesn't have to take an acting class. The 3, 4, and 5-year-old child, my oldest son used to put on a cowboy hat, and he'd have a little, like a pony on a stick, and he'd go flying around the house pretending he was a cowboy, I guess. And he was off on an adventure of his imagination, and there was no acting class involved, okay? It was just, he was cooler, smarter, funnier, braver when he had that cowboy hat on, okay? Nobody had to teach him how to do that. Now, if you take that impulse, the impulse to transform, if you take that one step further, because that's what it is. You pretend to be somebody else, and it's cool. You pretend to be a Power Ranger, or whatever it is. You take it one step further, it becomes the theater, okay? I'm not talking about musical comedy, by the way. I'm really just talking about theater. So you come to see Michael Laskin in a play, and you go, that's Michael Laskin. Wow. For about the first minute, you say that. Then after the second or third minute, you accept that I am somebody else. And there's this unwritten compact between the audience and the actor that, oh, he's actually somebody else, and I accept that, and that's sort of the deal. You come backstage afterwards, and you see me, and you say, Michael, that was amazing. I didn't even see you up there. You just disappeared. I only saw the character. You disappeared. Bravo. Thank you. Here's your Tony Award. That's great. Again, transformative, right? Take it one step further. You get so good at that, you decide, I want to be in movies and television. Damn it, I deserve that. So you come to LA, come to Hollywood, and everything comes to a screeching halt. Creatively. Everything comes to a screeching halt because what you have done instinctively as a 4-year-old, what you have been trained to do, which is to transform and be somebody else, is not required. They don't want you to be somebody else. They want you to be a more truthful and dynamic version of who you already are. Made it up with skills. The skills are hard-earned. The skills are the things, that's the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000-hour thing. There's no shortcut. You have to do it. But if your creative life as an actor in movies and television is a blank sheet of paper with a line down the middle, you have 2 columns. On one column is all the things you know how to do, all your accumulated skills. You got an MFA from the Yale School of Drama. You worked at South Coast Repertory. You just did 2 shows at the Pittsburgh Playhouse. You studied movement. You studied dance. You do a perfect Irish accent, by the way. All those things you know how to do are on one side of the column of your creative life. On the other side, one thing. Just you. Me. The guy that you judged a minute into the speech. The guy you had a feeling about. Right? We have that blink of an eye factor. We have our personal fingerprint that comes into any human transaction. That you will trump the other stuff. Because in the professional world, talent is a given. Everybody's talented. There's an enormous amount of talent at the professional level, or they wouldn't be there. So talent's kind of off the table. So the you, the fully realized you, is often the determinant of success. Also dumb luck. I mean, let's be honest. I've had dumb luck. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, right? And everybody has it. If you're in it enough, you have dumb luck. But that concept of the you, the fully developed, indelible you that you bring into any human transaction, I don't care if it's acting, I don't care if it's a business meeting, that is what wins the day. Everybody's talented. So there's a huge amount of talent. Talent is simply a commodity. Everybody's got it. So one of the things I do in my class, for instance, I give 2 exercises for new students. They come in. I said, first bring me something that you're good at. Show me something that you're great at. Do a monologue from a play or a speech from a movie that you love or recite a sonnet or sing a song. I don't really care. Show me what you think you're good at. If I can see your talent and I can see what you think you're good at, those are two separate things sometimes. That's great. Now I want you to write something. And actors freak out because they don't like to write. I'm an actor. I don't write. They don't like to write. I said, write something. And here's what it is. It's called This Is What I Know. I want to know what you know. I want to know who you are. I want to know what your worldview is. Okay, so you start off every sentence with, this is what I know. This is what I know. I know that traffic down here this morning coming to Orange County was not so bad. It was not bad. I know that my coffee was extra strong. I know my mouth is really dry right now. I know my brother died at 59 of cancer and I never got over that. I know. I want to know what you know. It's not therapy. I don't need to know your deepest, darkest secrets, but I need to know how you see the world. Okay, that's what I call authentic acting. It's not show business, it's human business. We evaluate people very quickly. So your skills are great, but who you are, your indelible self, is terribly important. I'll give you a perfect example. Lincoln. Daniel Day-Lewis. Most of you saw Lincoln, right? Daniel Day-Lewis is over here. Lincoln is over here. Huge journey from Daniel Day-Lewis to Lincoln. He's pretty far away from Lincoln. Hair, makeup, behavior, research, transformation. And the 4-year-old in this goes, wow, that's acting. And it is, by the way. It's phenomenal, phenomenal performance. In the very same movie, you have Tommy Lee Jones as Thaddeus Stevens. Here's Tommy Lee Jones, and here's Thaddeus Stevens. They're totally lined up. Because Tommy Lee Jones plays it like a Tommy Lee Jones part. Is that less? I don't think it's less. It's just different. Jimmy Stewart played Jimmy Stewart for 50 years. He was an enormous star and a great actor. Katharine Hepburn, the same thing. Jack Nicholson has merged, he doesn't really work anymore, sadly, but he has merged his life and his art into one thing and fused it into an authentic thing. And that's really, at that level, that's Zen master stuff, okay? Authenticity is something of undeniable origin. I teach it in what I do. I believe that it is the deciding factor in success, not only in the scene, not only in the film, not only in the career, but in your life. I don't care what you do. I don't care what it is that you do. Authenticity wins the day. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much.